Hello Internet and happy Easter. It is still technically Easter. Today is Monday the 13th of April 2020. It's the second day of Easter. And I am Dakian here to ramble about miniatures. And I've completed, to begin with, let's take these Easter themed minis. We have the Easter Mouseling from Reaper with the Easter egg. And then we have a lot of witches. First we have this Reaper witch with her pot and her cat. And she's got some sort of internal organ she's ripped out there and is preparing to cook up, perhaps. Not sure. And she's got some sort of thing. I painted green because I thought it might be a frog or something sitting on her hat, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. One interesting detail about this set that I didn't notice until I started painting it, is that if you look at the smoke coming up out of this pot, if you look very closely, it creates figures. It creates a series of naked ladies, actually, floating out of the smoke. 3 of them. That's kind of cute. And the cat's just a black cat. Nothing much to say there. And then we have the Witches of Discworld. Let's see. So, we have the ones on brooms, which are Esme, Weatherwax in the middle, Nanny Og on the left, and Magrat on the right. And they're taking flight, and they're on their way to something or other. Not sure what. But these were interesting. I mean, I never would have painted something as monochromatic as Granny here if it wasn't official. I mean, it is canonical. She's just all in black, and the images on the website where the studio paint job is yeah, she's all in black. She, except for the red lining on her cloak. So that makes it a little bit distinctive, makes it pop a little bit. Magrat has this combination. Of course, she has the green robes and the black cloak. Nanny on the website is painted all in blue, but I decided to shift it a little bit and make the cloak black on her as well. Gives a little consistency between the witches and also breaks up all the blue. Same thing on the standing model for Nanny. I made both the apron actually and the cloak black because it was all, and the hatband, it was all blue, and that was kind of boring. I think I made a mistake here in the mug. I think that's actually her thumb there that I painted as just another of the beer suds. But oh well. We can just say her thumb was covered by the suds. That's normal. And as for Esme Weatherwax, I have this version of her completed up. As I mentioned, the normal version of her, for some reason I didn't own. I'll have to find that model and paint it up next Easter, perhaps. So this is her in a fancy outfit, which she probably doesn't feel comfortable in. But interesting, nonetheless. So that was all the metal models that got done this week. I should perhaps add that when I say this week, I mean since Friday, because again, if you missed it, there was a midweek ramble this Friday, just 3 days ago, where I finished up some other stuff and started some new stuff that you will be seeing in a moment. So if you missed that, you've missed some of the productivity. I don't think I'll be able to do more midweek rambles for the foreseeable future, but it was fun while it lasted. Anyway, here's some bones. It's the mushroom folk. And these ones are perhaps a little bit too green. The caps should have perhaps been a bit browner. Oh well. But yeah, they're simple bones figures, quickly cranked out. No big deal. No great effort expended on them. So they're good enough. Let's move on to the work table to see what's in progress.
Well, these three bad boys are what's left from last week's crop. So they have a little bit of paint on them. Not much, some undercoats. Trying to find the right sort of yellowish green tone for this guy. And the blue on this guy is just because I had some blue left over on my palette and I wanted to just slap something on there to see a thin coat just to pick out the contrast and the details and see what's what. Not sure, but you know, now that I look at it, maybe blue is a good color. We'll see. Flesh golems, of course, should look pale. They should have they're stitched together from corpse pieces, so they should either be deathly pale or somewhat rotted. I mean, different pieces might be different colors. The thing is, when you see stitching, that's a good reason to like make the skin on either side of the stitches slightly different shades or tones or whatever you want to call it. So I often do that, but let's see. Oops, slipped out of my hand, but it's okay. He's bones. He's just plastic. These two are metal, though. Yeah. But they're coming along nice. And here we have the new recruits lined up to be painted. Ready or not, here they come. They're just prime. Not even any base coats yet. But still, I think these dudes plus the leftovers should be enough to keep me busy till next Monday. I'll probably finish them all by next Monday, I hope so. And so then I need to start prepping new stuff in the coming weeks so that I'll have something to do next week. And that is, of course, the burning question on everybody's mind constantly. What's next? Well, keep watching and you'll find out.
And what do we find here? But a new package from Reaper Miniatures. Yes, I couldn't help myself. I placed yet another order, and the main reason is that I needed some minis. I'm starting up a new campaign, and it's not going to be Rise of the Rune Lords as I thought. It's actually going to be Eyes of the Stone Thief, a 13-age campaign. And I'm adding some other adventures to that campaign to flesh it out because it's not a complete campaign. As in, it's not on rails from level 1 to 10. Anyway, so I got some minis that I felt could be useful, so I want to paint them up. And I'm going to unbox these off camera. So to begin with, the bonus mini I got this time was Eric Axereaver, who is a kind of a barbarian, male human barbarian with a big axe, two-handed axe. And the stuff that I decided that I needed to play with were some dwarves. So to begin with, I picked up these two packs of DHL Classics. DHL, of course, stands for Dark Heaven Legends. 3 dwarves and 3 female dwarves. But then there were not enough ranged weapon users. They were all wielding axes and stuff. Well, I think like one crossbowman. So we got some more crossbow. There's a crossbowman from the Warlord range. Here's a dwarf ranger with a crossbow, I believe. Yeah, the bow is separate. And here's actually a dwarf archer. So, total of 9 dwarves. And then, to fill out the order, I got some just basic bones that were... I mean, these two, the Air Elemental and the Ghost, I don't have any immediate plans for, but they're useful general purpose minis. The Sea Lion and the Coral Golem might be useful because some adventures that I'm going to play have an aquatic feel to them. So, maybe. Finally, I got the brain in a jar just because it was fun. So these are the legs the jar is standing on. There's a clear jar and a lid and a brain. I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to suspend the brain from, maybe it's probably hanging from the lid. That's how they keep it afloat. Yeah. And so we don't leave a lot of stuff lying around. I'm actually going to start most of these. I'm going to put Eric and the brain aside for the moment because I don't see any practical use for them in the near to far future. So, you know, sometime later. But otherwise, we have these 9 dwarves and 4 monsters. And then, of course, I have to add something from the Kickstarter. I have to keep chipping away at the Bones 4. So I picked out another very general type fantasy D&D type monster, which is a Roper. Again, they don't call it the Roper in Reaper catalog. I don't... You know, I keep saying they don't call it this, but then I don't remember what they call it. But that's because I find that Reapers, like alt names for classic D&D monsters, they're so unimportant. Nobody's going to use them ever. Everybody's always going to call this a Roper. So, you know, why bother remembering it? That, by the by, is all I had to show you this week. This Monday. Don't expect a midweek ramble this week because Easter vacation is over. We're starting up work at normal hours, and I'm gonna spend some time at the school each day. Even though my students, for the most part, aren't there, they're, you know, participating from home. I'm gonna try to do some work from the school anyway. But in any case, that was an episode, and I hope you liked it. So click like, subscribe, comment, share, all that jazz. But be back here in any case next Monday, same day, same channel, same Dakian, who's now signing off.